Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Moto G22, and today I'll show you how you can bypass the Google verification on, well, this phone. Now, in a second you should be able to see that the device right here is locked. You can see this tiny little lock right here that will signify it, and hopefully in a second you can see the two ways of verifying that should show up any moment now. Anyway, while this is loading, I guess I'm just gonna touch upon one thing that we'll need. So first things first, you will need to connect to Wi-Fi network. So if you're on the first page where you get to select a language, just progress through it till it tells you to connect to some kind of Wi-Fi network. There we go. And once you have connected, you can then back out to the first page. So we will start the bypass from the first page after connecting to network. Now, normally this should show me that the device is locked, but honestly, it's already proving that it is locked with this icon right here, and I don't honestly feel like waiting for it to find the stupid little info that the device is locked using pattern and Google account, because those are the two ways I know it's locked. That's how I locked it, so obviously, there we go. So from here, once you're on the page and you have connected to Wi-Fi, you will click right here on the vision settings, and then we will select TalkBack. You will enable TalkBack and be greeted with this. Now this phone has got to be the slowest one out there, considering it is even lagging in terms of reading. It took it like 10 seconds before it actually started telling you what's on the screen. Anyway, once you see this page right over here with the TalkBack and it starts talking, if it annoys you, you can mute it or at least lower the volume like I did by just pressing volume down. And anyway, from here you want to draw a mirrored L on the screen, so kind of like this. So I'm going to do that right now. This will bring up this window right over here, again every time telling you what's selected. And before I progress any further, I will just kind of explain how you can navigate through the device right now when TalkBack is enabled, because as you will realize, scrolling with one finger doesn't really work. So every kind of gesture that was up and down used before with one finger, now it needs to be done with two fingers. And whenever you want to select something and confirm it, for instance, like selecting one of these options, you will first tap on that option. As you can see, it will be selected in this green outline, and then you double tap that option to confirm it. So we're sticking with the first option while using the app, so double tap on it. Then you want to select use a voice command, and before you double tap on it, I'll quickly explain what we will need to say, because when you double press this, it will launch microphone and it will start listening to your voice command. When it does so, which I believe is either audibly hearable or like a beep, or you should see like a microphone light up here, you want to say open Google Assistant. Once you open Google Assistant, or once the phone does it, the phone will automatically, or the Google Assistant will start listening to you. So once it is listening to you, which you will see right here on the bottom where there will be the pop-up with like the 4 different Google colors, just kind of like waving when it's listening to you, you want to say open YouTube. So I'm gonna do that right now, and this is gonna be all in like one smooth basically motion. If you stop for a moment, or for instance do it too quickly or too late, it will stop listening to you, so you will need to repeat whatever you finished. So once I double tap on it, I will immediately say open Google Assistant, and then once it opens it up, I'll follow up with open YouTube. Open Google Assistant. Open YouTube.
Opening YouTube.
And there we go. So that's what we wanted to do. If I would have waited any longer with the phrase open YouTube, it actually would, YouTube or Google Assistant would stop listening to me. So you would have to press on that button in the middle where you had like these 4 dots. So you double or tap on it and then double tap on it to confirm it, and it will start listening to you again. Anyway, now that we have our YouTube open, we will hold volume up and volume down at the same time. Let's try that again. I didn't press both of them at the same time. And there we go. So once you see this, you want to select turn on and then double tap on it and then hold those two keys once again. It should turn off in a second though. Come on, I'm gonna try it again because it's not turning off. Now for some reason it's not actually wanting to pause. For some reason, I have no idea why. There we go. So now I can actually use the device. So as you've seen, I did press on the account icon right here. From here we're gonna follow up to settings, from there about, and then Google privacy policy, which opens up YouTube. Let's select accept and continue, no thanks. And here we're gonna type in HardReset.Info/bypass. Now if you need a moment to write it down on your end, do pause the video. Okay, so from here we're gonna scroll down and you'll find your settings icon. I'm gonna tap on it. So it'll take us to the settings, and in here you want to start off by navigating into apps. So right over here, and then you want to select, there we go, see all 34 apps. Tap on the three dots and choose show system. And once you have your system apps visible, we are first looking for Android setup, which should be right over here for me. So I'm going to tap on it and we're going to select force stop. Okay, then we're going to go back and we're now going to scroll down to G. We're specifically looking for Google Play services. There we go. So Google Play services, click on it, select disable app, force stop, and okay. You want to then go back. We're now going to navigate to accessibility menu, which is, let's go back one. This is so obnoxiously loud. So in the settings, we're looking for accessibility right over here, and you want to select accessibility menu, enable it, allow, and shut up. There we go. So once we have enabled it, it adds this little button right here, which is what we're looking for. So now that it's added, we will back out to the setup screen. Okay, and from here we're going to progress through the setup. Now once again the phone will start looking for our Google account, the verification account, and also the PIN, pattern, password, whatever you have in your case. But the difference now will be that it's going to be stuck on the page and will never load it. Though for me that's nothing different, considering I didn't want to load it before anyway. But that's basically what we're looking for, which is basically a good outcome. So right now you'll see checking for updates, and it tries to show something else and it goes back to checking for updates. So when you see this, we will now start to get to basically bypassing this specific section. And the way we do it is by tapping on this accessibility menu, selecting assistant. It will show up settings, though not every time. As you see right now, it didn't open it up. And once you tap on the settings, it will open up Google Play Services page, the same one that we have chosen to disable Google Play Services. This time around, you're gonna select enable. Now you will want to repeat this process as many times as you need to till you can actually select enable. As you can see from my end, it doesn't always work. Sorry. Come on. Oh, there we go. Enable. There we go. So as you can see, it took me a couple of tries to get it enabled, and once I did, we can now go back, though make sure you only press once. And if it opens up Google Assistant, just disregard it. What you will see now is the phone just completely decided to skip over the verification process and went to the next page. So from here, we're just gonna finish up the setup. Now, at this moment, just choose whatever you want. Skip as many things as you can. It doesn't really matter how we set up our phone at this moment, just because we still need to perform a factory reset of the phone. So, gonna skip everything that I can. Done. Now, like I mentioned, we still need to factory reset our phone. So to do so, we're gonna navigate into our settings. Then we're gonna scroll all the way down to System, Reset Options, Erase All Data, Factory Reset, Erase All Data, and confirm it by tapping on Erase All Data once again. This will perform a factory reset of your phone, and it will also remove any kind of protection that were set on this device. That would include, in this case, for me, pattern and the Google account that was previously used on this phone. Now you will go back to the setup screen again after like the 2 or 5 minutes, however long it's gonna take to factory reset. So I'm not gonna go through it just because factory reset is automatic, and setup will be at that point just a normal setup as you might be used to. So you can go through it however you like. Set up your Wi-Fi if you want to, your Google accounts and all that stuff. It's all optional as it usually is. But like I said, do press on that button right here to finish up the entire process, because the phone still is storing the old Google account and PIN, pattern or password that was used before. So by factory resetting it, we are fully removing that. So that being said, this is how you would bypass your Google verification on this phone. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.